welcome to Dixie Tactical. Today we're going to be talking about the newest addition to my collection, the Tippman M4-22. Now, as the name might suggest, it is a M4 chambered in .22 long rifle. Unlike the Smith & Wesson MP-22, this one is actually mil-spec, which is pretty cool. All the parts are mil-spec on it, which that's pretty sweet. The mags are proprietary, however, but they're pretty cool. You can pop this out here, see how many rounds you got in the magazine. We're going to go ahead and load up a mag and see how it cycles. We're going to start off by putting some Winchester Super X through her. This is 40 grain, 1300 FPS, just a regular round nose, not hollow points or anything. I expect this to run very well through it, but let's find out. All right, no targets yet. We're just seeing how well she cycles with this ammo. Looks like it fed no problem. Let's try it out. Wow. I'm immediately in love with this thing. That was awesome. It cycled all 25 of those rounds, zero issue whatsoever. That is pretty impressive for a 22 semi-auto to not have any malfunctions like that. I have not oiled this thing or cleaned it whatsoever, and it just ran right out of the box. Turn right brake. Got one more somewhere. I know 22 is probably boring to some of y'all, so there you go. Excitement. Woo! All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, now for the accuracy test. I don't know how well these irons are zeroed in yet. When I did that last mag dump, I seem to be grouping them pretty tight at about 100 yards. But to test the accuracy, I got a bag with some of these little balloons I blew up. It's a little windy today, so I'm thinking I dump them downrange and let the wind take them and see if I can hit them. All right, it's getting real windy, so I'm going to do this quick. Load that up, put the safety on. I'm just going to go dump these and then turn around real quick and try to shoot them before the wind takes them all off into the woods. Be right back. This isn't working at all. The grass is popping all the balloons. I got one left down there. Took me 2 shots to hit it, but I got it. Well, that sucked. That did not go according to plan at all. Normally I would remove that from the video, but I guess I'll just put that in there. That was kind of funny. All right, so that didn't work at all. Should have thought about that one. That was lack of common sense there. But I have another idea to test accuracy, one that's been used for a long time. Just a regular target. I think what I'm going to do here, since this one's already used up, I didn't expect my targets to go that way. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for this lower square right here, about center, and see how well I can group these at 25 yards. All right, here we are, 25 yards. See what we can do with this thing. That's that. Let's go see how I did. All right, I can already see from here that we are high. But 25 yards, not really taking time to rest in between shots to realign it. I'd say that grouping is pretty tight. I'm okay with that. It's a little bit higher than what I would have liked, but that'll do. So far, the way this thing cycles, I mean, it's just excellent. It grouped pretty tight, just standing and mag dumping. No issues so far at all. I really, really like this thing. I like this a lot better than the Smith. You can find them sometimes cheaper than the Smiths as well, which is nice. And some of you might be wondering, am I going to FRT this? The answer is I don't think I will be doing that. While it is possible, it would take some extra work. It wouldn't be just as simple as dropping one in there and running it. I don't know for sure if there even is something where I can just drop it in here and run it currently. I'll show you what I mean actually. I'm going to take this thing home and I'm going to break it down, clean it, and show you just what I mean, why I think it would just be too difficult to put an FRT in it. Okay, so we're back at the house with the rifle. I've already cleared it, taken the rear takedown pin out, so we can open this up. And I'll show you what I was talking about here. So the first thing is this lower has a shelf blocker in it. So the way most super safeties work, there's a little bar that when your bolt rides back, it hits that bar and resets your trigger. With this block in the lower, there is nowhere for that bar to go back. So I would have to actually remove that piece out of the lower. So that's one big issue, is I would have to remove material from my lower. Another issue with it, trying to get an FRT to run in a normal 5.56 AR is difficult enough. You need to make sure your trigger is cut for it. You have a full auto bolt carrier group, and you need the right buffer weights. With this being a 22, you'd have to really fine tune your buffer weight, which I don't know how many aftermarket parts there are for this specific rifle, but that would probably be a hard find. I also would need a trip kit. All that does is, because 22 doesn't have enough power to send your bolt back hard enough to force your trigger to reset, even with a force reset trigger in it, you actually need a special piece that goes on your bolt that will give your bolt enough energy to actually reset your trigger. So CMMG actually sells a bolt, and you can use that in combination with a Bore Buddy trip kit, it's called. And that could make it run, but just the combination of all those things, it would just be overly complicated. And I like this rifle a whole lot, and I don't really want to go messing with any internals. So I think I'll just be better off just leaving this thing semi-automatic. I'm not opposed to really having an FRT in it, but it is a little complicated and tedious to set up. All in all though, this is an amazing rifle. I think this was a really good purchase. I am going to have a ton of fun with this thing. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that for me. I really appreciate that. It helps the channel grow, helps me keep creating content. Another thing you can do to help support the channel is go check out the merch shop. I'll leave the link for it in the description and the pinned comment below. If you haven't checked out the Patreon, I would go ahead and do that too. We put a lot of bloopers, extra footage, and early release footage in there. One more note before I let you guys go. May 16th, we're doing a shoot with the gun shop I work at, Kyle Rittenhouse and State Representative TJ Roberts.
So if you guys are interested in meeting and hanging out with Kyle Rittenhouse, me, and TJ Roberts, a couple other guys, I'll leave the link for that as well, where you can go sign up for that. Feel free to bring whatever guns you want, ammo, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one.